Hello, everybody, and welcome to The Farmer Was Replaced. My name is Jeff. You can call me Jeff. This game is a programming puzzle kind of automation game that will teach you basically Python if you want. Let's load a new game. Call me Jeff. Yep. Go. Does it work? Play? Okay, getting started. This window contains information about everything in the game. You can move windows around by dragging and dropping the gray part of the window. Woo. You can move around by dragging anywhere outside the windows. To start programming, go to the first program page by pressing the following button. So all of our program will be done in this one of these code windows. We can have multiples by clicking the plus button. We can dock another window, dock a window to another window by dragging onto it. And once we start typing, simple code completion will pop up. So there's basically everything, all the functions and stuff we can do right now. So press tab, we'll insert whatever the tab completion is. Do a flip. It's very similar to Python. If you already know it, it says you'll breeze through the early game and move on to more interesting stuff. Code is a sequence of statements that are executed line by line. Currently, the only statements available are harvest and do a flip. These are function calls. You execute them by using parentheses. They're a piece of functionality that can be reused over and over. That's what the function is. Let's do a flip and then do a harvest. And we execute it by clicking this button. Over here under unlocks, though, we have first thing to unlock is the loops. So we need 5. I think that's grass. Yes, collecting grass will give you the hay. Hey now. So do a flip, harvest. Do a flip, harvest, flip, harvest, flip, harvest. All right, we have 5, so let's go unlock loops. Loopy. You have unlocked the while loop, and the values true and false. So a while loop goes while, and then you write something that has a true or false condition. True is always true, false is always false. They built in delays so that if you accidentally make an infinite loop, you won't get stuck forever. You can always, it won't lock up the whole game. You just stop it with the button. And what loops let you do is instead of writing out harvest a bunch of times, like harvest, 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 and then running it, 1, 2, 3, you can write a loop and do it once. That way you don't have to rewrite the same code over and over again. Writing the same code multiple times is bad practice. We call that a code smell. If you see stuff repeated around, that's a smell and you should clean it up. The while loop takes a condition, which is a logical value that can only be in one of 2 states, true or false. Such a value is called a Boolean value. The loop then executes the code inside the loop until the condition is false. The while loop looks like this. While condition, loop body, multiple lines. So we could do while true, do a flip, and it'll just keep doing flips. While true, do a flip. Can I control enter? No. Shift, no. Options. F5 to run. Okay. So it's just gonna forever do flips. All right. Oh, and they also point out that since this is based on Python, the inside of your loop, everything that's indented one level under the while, will be part of what gets run when you do the thing. So if we do a flip and then harvest, run it, flip, harvest. But, what was it? Control, that pauses. I already forget the keyboard shortcut. Shift F5. Oh, I did control. Okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Did I just clear it? Okay, it's still Shift F5. Okay. But if I did something like, okay, Shift Tab isn't going to work for me, because that is what opens the Steam overlay. All right, instead we're going to do backspace. And now if I run it, do a flip is the only thing that'll get run, because harvest is outside of the loop. Put it back in. Let's make it go a little faster. Also, what's our next unlock? I think I'm going to go for speed. It's 20. Escape does not go back to the farm. All right, so run. Oh, that was only 19. Just one more. I mean, I could make it keep going, I guess, but... All right, we got it exactly. Speed and the if branch. Ooh. The execution speed has been doubled, really. So if I try to run it, it says, the problem is that the drone now harvests faster than the grass can grow, resulting in no harvest at all. So put the while loop back in. Yeah, see, we're not getting any hay out of it. To deal with this, if branches and the can harvest function are now unlocked. So if condition 1 is true, do a flip. If elif condition 2 is true, do a harvest. If nothing so far has been true, do a flip, harvest. Can harvest returns true if the plant under the drone is fully grown, and false otherwise. For beginners, the if condition, yeah. So I'm not a beginner, but what you do is like if can harvest. Cool, just seeing what was available. If can harvest, then harvest. Otherwise, I don't have to put an else in here. I mean, I could make it do a flip. Was I going for 100, right? But I can do else, do a flip, run. So it's much slower. I don't like it. I want my hay. All right. So if condition, do a flip. You can also add an else after the if that defines code to be executed if the condition evaluates to false. So if this, do a flip, otherwise harvest. Elif is short for else if. That can be shortened to if, else if, else. So far, we only had true and false as conditions, which is, of course, not very useful with if. The new function can harvest provides a better condition. Can harvest returns true if the plant under the drone can be harvested, and false otherwise. If can harvest, do something. The reason you can use this function as a condition like this is because it returns a Boolean value. Takes the time of one operation to execute. Huh. The return value essentially means that after the functionality is executed, the function call expression takes on the returned value. So basically, this, when it runs, turns into true if it can harvest. So if true, harvest. If it can't harvest, this will return false. Then it'll be if false, and it'll skip the if body, and then do the next loop. So what happens when this runs is the if is executed, can harvest is called, does its thing, returns true or false. The function call in the if condition takes on its return value. The drone does a flip if it can harvest. So now I can use if to prevent the drone from harvesting too early. All right, one more. 101. Oh well. Grass increases the yield of grass. Oh, we can do it multiple times? Okay, that looks like wood. Is it plant? Unlocks planting, expand, unlock. Expands the farmland and unlocks movement. Ooh. Grass upgrade. I can upgrade it more than one time. So I guess let's go to around 300. I also noticed, it wasn't there, here, there is a list of available functions. We have harvest, can harvest, do a flip. That's it. And we're on if branch. Oh, there is a way to set up an external editor too, if you want to use something like VS Code or PyCharm, it looks like, which is kind of cool. Where is our piggy bank? Hiding back there. All right, pretty soon we'll have 300. I guess I only needed 50 for this. Expand, unlock. Increases the yield of grass again. Since we're almost there, I'll just wait. Right click for more information. Okay. All right, well. You can shh, I can't think. Let's unlock plants. Actually, we can do both. So plants. Grass is nice because it grows automatically. All other plants have to be planted with the plant function. The only plant you can plant right now is a bush. You can pass the type of plant you want to plant to the function like this. Plant entities.bush. This will plant a bush under the drone. Call clear to reset the farm to all grass and reset the drone position. Interesting. So I can wait, plant entities. Yeah. What are they available? Contains all plants and other entities that can be on a ground tile. So can be iterated with a for loop. Nice. Although I don't know how to print here. So it's not a function, it's a constant or enumeration. Anyway, plants. So plant a bush under the drone. So will it do it if there's grass there already? Plant entities.bush. Oh, that takes a while to grow, doesn't it? So how about while true, if can harvest plant bush. No. If can harvest. Ooh. Does can harvest say something if there isn't anything there? Returns true if... It's hard to read. If there is an entity under the drone that is ready to be harvested. Detecting whether there's a plant there at all would be useful too. Maybe that comes later. Okay, how about this? All right, copy that. Before we start our loop, plant once. If we can harvest, oh, I just noticed that the drone has a farmer's hat too. That's hilarious. If we can harvest, we will harvest and then plant. Otherwise, we could do a flip. How about that? So we plant the first one. And we do a flip while we wait for it to grow. And we harvest it. Haha. Nice. Like, we didn't need to do a flip. It's just, you know, for style points. So we needed wood for something. Senses. Unlock. Oh, the next speed upgrade. We could do that. That's 9. Another speed upgrade. This one then is going to take carrots, looks like. Whoops. All right, let's pause. We could also get the expansion. Ooh. Now we can move the drone around. So we've got, the farm has grown. Can I expand this without typing? No. Your farm has grown. The space is not much use if you can't move the drone. So there is a new function, move, that moves the drone. Move requires that you specify the direction in which you want the drone to move. There are 4 new constants for this: north, east, south, and west. For example, move north, move the drone 1 square to the north. Bloop. If you move over the edge of the farm, the drone will be moved to the other side of the farm. The following example code will keep moving north and wrap back to the start when it reaches the edge of the farm. Ooh. Okay. So I could do something like move north, yeah. So it'll keep scanning for something to be ready to harvest. Haha, look at that. But if I do something like entities.grass, right? Yeah, we'll just keep going. Sweet. What's next? We could expand again to a 3x3. Cost 20 wood. So let's go back there. Stop. Whoosh. Need 20 wood, which we're almost there. Okay, 20 wood to expand one more time. Ooh, now we have a for loop. Your farm has expanded again. Now the tiles are no longer in a nice row, so you need to find a way to traverse a square grid. With the while loop, this is simply not possible, at least until you unlock senses, which is the other unlock. It is time to introduce the for loop. The for loop works just like the for loop in Python, called a for each loop in some languages, not to be confused with the C-style for loop, which is a different thing. It must be given a sequence to iterate over. So for I in sequence, currently the only way to get such a sequence is through the range function. Range and a number returns a sequence containing numbers from 0 to n exclusive in steps of 1, which means if we put 1 in there, the first value will be 0, and then it'll hit 1, but it won't run again. It won't return 1. It'll stop before whatever the n value is. That's something that tripped me up as a Python beginner, but it makes sense once you get used to it. Range start end returns a sequence containing numbers from start to end exclusive in steps of 1. Range start end step size returns a sequence containing numbers from start to end exclusive in steps of step size. So basically you could skip. So if step size is 2, then it does every other space. So what's mainly useful right now is being able to run some code exactly n times like this. Do n flips. So yeah, let's do that. For flip in range, like what, 5 of them? Do a flip. And it'll run, do 5 flips, and then be done. Code's done. The function getWorldSize, is also available now. Awesome. What's this do? Gets the current size of the farm, returns the side length of the grid in the north to south direction, takes the time of one operation to execute. So I guess it's always going to be a square from now on, or... Okay. Returns the side length of the grid in the north to south direction. So for I in range, getWorldSize, move north. Okay, so it goes from 3 by 3 to 4 by 4, then probably 5 by 5, right? Ah, it's an error. So we basically need... Ooh, yeah. So it's going to be a while loop, right? While true to make it just keep running. Then we'll say for, well, let's call it space in range getWorldSize. So it'll basically be what, 3, 0, 1, 2. And so we'll do it 3 times. We will harvest. We will plant. Now we don't have to plant. We'll just harvest and move north. Move north. And after the loop, we will move, let's say, east. Does that make sense? So after we go through each row, we'll go north once each time. After the third time, We'll go off the top and come back in here, move east, and then continue up, move east, continue up. When we move east, we'll end up back down here. Yeah. There you go. Now let's do harvest plant entities dot bush and see, do I have, I don't have operators like not, right? Arithmetic, comparison, and logic operators. I need those. I want those senses. Drone can see what's under it and where it is. Huh. Where the drone is. Okay, so that's a good way to produce a lot of wood all at once. Because the first ones, let's stop it at a good spot here. It's weird to me that's starting in the middle like that. Right, anyway, what did I need? Oh, 200, so we can go ahead and do that one. 330 wood for that one. Senses. The drone can see now. The function get position X and get position Y return the current X and Y position of the drone. At the start position, they are both 0. The X position increases by 1 every tile towards east, and the Y position increases 1 every tile toward north. So this is 0, 0. This is what the X position is sideways. So this is 0, 0. This is 1, 0. This is 2, 0. This is 0, 1. Yada, yada. Num items returns how many of an item you have. Ooh. For example, num items, items.hay, returns how many items of hay you have. Ooh. Get entity type and get ground type return the type of entity or ground that is under the drone. Once you have unlocked operators, you can check if the drone is over a specific entity or ground. Cool. Do a flip if you're over a bush. So if get entity type equals entities, a bush, okay. The none keyword is also unlocked now. None is a value that represents that there is no value. For example, a function that has no return statement will actually return none. Get entity type returns none if there's no entity under the drone. Okay. So I think there's not much for me to do yet. Since well, no, I can see what's underneath it, right? So, oh, but the number of items, like I could make it so that if I have more hay than I do wood, plant hay. I could use an if statement to do that. Okay, what do I need to unlock operators? I just need grass. Let's go back to planting grass. And I think this was actually faster if we didn't use all 3. So let's, can I use comments? let's see, backspace. All right, now how much did I need again? 300. Almost there. Okay. Operators. You've unlocked operators to be used within expressions. They work like in Python. Arithmetic, plus, minus, multiplication, division, integer division, I think, if I remember right. This is the modulo, which gives you just the remainder of a division. And then star star is the exponential thing. So like 2 star star 2 is 4. 2 to the second. Comparison operators: equal, not equal, less than or equal, greater than or equal, less than, greater than, and the Boolean operators not and or. Note all numbers in the game are floating point numbers, so all arithmetic operators are floating point operators. // is defined to just floor the number after the division. That's what it is. It's floor division. So if there's a remainder, it just gets chopped off. It always rounds down to the nearest integer. Whole number, whatever. For assignment operators, you need to unlock the variables unlock. Cool. For beginners, okay. Yeah, read through this if you're a beginner. I'm gonna keep going though. But what I'm really happy about is that we've got the like not. So let's see about like the type and stuff. Oh, they said the variable operators. Yeah, variables. Requires carrots, so I'm gonna have to get carrots. 100 wood. So let's do something. Let's try to get fancy. I want to do 1 row of grass followed by 2 rows of bushes. Later I'll do carrots. So 1. Also, I kind of want to go left to right instead of up and down. So let's go. It's like, does move take coordinates? No. All right. Okay. So for each space in the range of the world size, we'll check if can harvest and then we'll harvest whatever's there. If does it get position Y is 0, that's the first row. Plant entities what's going on here? Plant entities dot grass. Otherwise, just else. Huh? Plant the bush. Entities dot bush. Then we'll move east 1. And at the end, we'll move north 1. So we'll go left to right. And we'll only harvest if we can harvest wherever we are. And it's only doing bushes. Hold up. This is a function. I didn't execute the function. It's just the name of a function, and the function does not equal 0. Now I should plant grass in that first row. Yeah! And actually, we could skip that planting. We could say if position is not 0, plant the bush. Otherwise, just keep moving. Because we don't need to explicitly plant the grass. Sweet! It's actually getting to some of those bushes before they're grown up. What do we want next? Carrots? Variables? Till the soil and plant carrots. Interesting. Benchmark. Tools. Debug 2. Trees? Sunflowers, cactus, dinosaurs. Polyculture. Use companion planting to increase the yield. Ooh. Pumpkins, functions. Define your own functions. We could expand again. No, we need carrots for that. Let's do carrots. Before you can plant carrots with plant, you have to do 2 things first. First, carrots can only grow on tilled soil. To till the soil, simply call till. Calling till again will change it back to grounds.turf. Okay. The second new feature is that carrots need seeds to grow. You can buy carrot seeds with the new trade function. You'll have to pass an item type to trade like this, trade items.carrotseed. If the item can be bought, then it will be bought with this. You can see the cost of any item in its tooltip. The tooltip appears when you mouse over the item itself or the item name and code. Huh. Oh, this item. 140. 381. So I don't have any carrot seeds, right? Let's see. Trade for items dot carrot seed. Oh, it costs wood and hay. Interesting. Used to grow carrots by calling plant entities.carrots on empty soil. Okay. Fascinating. Carrot seed. And then I think I have exit, right? No. I just want to not run the rest of this. Okay. Carrot seeds, yay. So I kind of want to expand one and do something else new, but I need carrots first, right? 50 wood, 50 carrots. So now we want carrots. We're going to need hay, wood, and then finally the carrot. So I'm thinking like hay, wood, carrot. Hay, wood, carrot. Hay, wood, carrot. Variables would also be nice. But I need carrots for that. Yeah. Carrot upgrade. Cool. Yeah, that's this. All right. So now what I want to do is plant hay if we're in the first position. Yeah. And instead of doing it forever, let's just do it once. We have 3 carrot seeds, so let's start there. Well, let's see. Is it clear, I said? So it's all grass. We go back to the start. Cool. So now 4. Let's say per column in range get world size. Get world size. So for each column, we're going to want to then do for each row in the same range. Get world size. And we'll want if row, get position X, position Y. Get position Y equals 0. Plant well, that'll just be grass, right? Entities.grass. elif get position Y equals 1. Plant entities dot bush else, just not spelling well anymore. plant entities dot carrots. So we plant the carrots if we have seeds. All right, so then after the row, then we do move north to go up the rows. North. And after we finish, we go move east. I forgot to till. Have to till first. Sweet. Now once I harvest, do I have to till it again? That's a good question. So now let's do while not can harvest do a flip. Because we've planted everything, we know this should work. Okay, that didn't work. Oh, I wasn't harvesting. I should be doing harvest. All right, and we didn't plant any carrots because now we're out of carrot seeds. I just planted over those previous carrots, so I'm not sure if it works yet. Trade for items dot carrot seed. Which we should have grass and bush by then. Grass and wood. Uh-oh. Comment this for now, I guess, for this iteration. So I got my carrot seeds. Okay, how about we start with clear? Just 'cause. Trade for a carrot seed, till and plant. Sweet. So that worked. Now if I put the flip back in, it should work, I think. So now we have a harvest this time. Okay, now what happens if I harvest without tilling? It went by too fast for me to tell if it worked or not. Well, now it's not tilling the first time. All right. Last experiment. Now don't clear this time. Let's see what happens if we don't till after we harvest the carrots. Probably have to till again, right? Oh, you don't? Okay. So we could put an if here. If get ground type equals, what are the ground types? What are those called? Operators. Senses? Get ground type? Oh, I guess I could hover on it for its thing here. Grounds dot. I have soil or turf, so it's soil. Okay, and if it does not equal soil, till it. Sweet. Got 18 carrots and 6 carrot seeds. So now let's put this all in a while loop to run continuously. And indent all of this. It'll just go basically forever. So every so often the carrots take a little extra time to grow there. We got 50 carrots though, just like that. So what do we want? Variables? We could do that. Variables. Variables are dynamically typed like in Python and can be assigned like this. Declare a variable named a and store the value 5 in it. A equals 5. Notice it's single equals, not double equals. Declare a variable named b and store the return value of can harvest in it. You can think of variables as named containers that can store a value. Just like functions, you can name them whatever you want. The equal operator is used to declare a variable and store a variable value within it. Do not confuse the equal operator with the double equal operator. The double equal operator checks whether two values are equal and returns true or false. The equal operator assigns the value on the right to the name on the left. So we call this the assignment, and this the equality operators. After a variable has been assigned, you can use it in the code to retrieve the value it contains. So a equals 5, and then do it 5 times, do a flip. The above loop is executed 5 times because a is set to 5. The I in the for loop is also a variable that is automatically assigned to by the for loop. With variables, you can do the same thing also within a while loop. So while I is less than a, do a flip, then keep adding 1 to I. This does the same thing. To increment I, we set it to be its own value plus 1. It can be abbreviated using plus equals, minus equals, all of these. Okay. What are we unlocking next? Functions, maybe? Debugging. Let's do debugging. Cool. Sometimes your code just doesn't work and you need to find out why. There are a couple tools to help you do that. The first is to execute the program step by step, which was this one. You can go into step-by-step mode with the button next to the execute button, or by setting a breakpoint. Breakpoints can be added by clicking on the breakpoint panel to the left of the code. That's in here. When execution reaches the line where the breakpoint is, it will automatically switch to step-by-step mode. When you hover over a variable, its current value is displayed. The print function can also be very useful. It will print any value passed to it directly into the air. I was wondering about that. Print. So can I edit this while it's running? No. Oh well. Prints the current position. Cool. So the print function prints... Oh, there's an output page. Sweet. That's new. Yeah, nope, that's not it. Where were we? Debug. Printing into the air can sometimes be a bit slow if you want to print a lot of values. In this case, you can use the quick print function, which prints only to the output window. The output window also logs warnings and errors, so if something doesn't work as expected, it can be useful to check that. When the execution stops, the output is also written to the output.txt file in the game folder. Sweet. Find the game folder by selecting menu, load, open folder. All right. Clear the breakpoint. Go. Uh-oh. Now we're stuck. Wasn't there a way to see if there's something underneath here? If get oh, there was like something that I could check what kind of plant there was. Get entity type? Would return what kind of plant is under it, right? None if the tile's empty, otherwise returns the type of the entity under the drone. Takes the time of one operation to execute. So if get entity type and all we have is entities dot bush carrots grass. So if get entity type, so if there is something underneath the drone, wait until we can harvest it and then harvest it. If there isn't anything under the drone to harvest, skip over this part and just move on to the planting code. Cool. Except we're kind of running out of wood. So we can expand now, right? We have the carrots and wood. Let's do that. So now it's a 4x4. And it cleared. So this will plant carrots twice, and that's not necessarily what I want. I want elif get position y equals 2, which is the third row, 0, 1, 2. Put carrots there, and the actually, let's put because I am running out of grass and wood. What's one more expansion gonna cost? Pumpkins. Yeah. Okay. So for now, I guess let's do a bush in the 4th row. Can I use the in? I don't have in yet. Okay. So let's swap these. Cut that, put it there. That needs to go there, so our indentation is correct. And then else plant a bush. That way 0, the first row, and 2, which is the 3rd row, will be carrots. The 2nd and 4th row will be bushes. Go. Well, that's not right. You see what I did again? I forgot to execute this. Huh. Alright, go. Alright. So now our wood should be going up. I don't think the grass will be going up, though. Well, except we get more than 1 grass per thing. Planting senses trees. What gave me bushes? Speed of the drone, carrots. Unlocks trees. Wait, the grass upgrade gives me, what, 3 times the grass every time I harvest it. There doesn't seem to be one for bushes. That unlocked here. Yeah. So maybe it's trees that gives me more wood to harvest at a time. Alright, well in any case, I probably should wrap it up here for now. We learned a lot and covered a lot of things here. Looks like we got it going pretty well, though. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what else we get into here. I'm assuming, you know, maybe we'll get multi-trade? Multiple items at once, nice. Lists. Just store values. Utilities like min-max and absolute value. Dictionaries. Costs auto-unlock. Huh. Mazes. Maze with a treasure in the middle. Use companion planting. So is there utilities? Min-max, weapons. Majestic ancient creatures. Makes me wonder if there's multiple drones, you know? Is there some sort of, like, parallelism we can do? That's what polyculture sounds like to me. But it's locked, so we can't read it. Watering makes them grow faster. Guessing there was a fertilizer too, right? Grow plants instantly. Ooh. Alright, so we'll get to this stuff in a little while. But for now, hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you might have learned something, or I hope this looks like something that you would enjoy playing. Python is a passion of mine, and so I'm glad I get to share this with you. I'll see you all next time, but in the meantime, hey, remember to be kind, have fun, and I'll see you later. Bye, everyone.